Hello, it has been a minute since I've gone live, honey. Um, Last weekend was busy. Oh, thank you for over 10K views. Um, so honestly, I'm just now working on uh, posting to the other sites so that I can clear material out of my phone, which is quite full. Let's talk about some things. I got some things on my mind. Um, I wrote out my notes real quick. I'm at the Libby as normal. I'm gonna start off because the internet seems to be going in on. I'm just gonna touch it briefly. Jeannie Mae and Jeezy. I am like, uh, that is none of my concern. I don't do confusion. Whatever they got going on before they even got together sounded like confusion. I don't do confusion. Her ex apparently, by some of his remarks when I read up on him, is pretty happy where he is now with his new wife and children, and he apparently wasn't doing any confusion either. Let's see. Tyler Perry, I have supported your movies in the past. Uh, but this last comment about him only paying the light bill, that will be a cold day in an imaginary hell here on Earth. Tiffany Haddish, same for you, boo, in regards to homeless men. Excuse me. I wasn't expecting that. So, yeah, we're not doing any of that today. Um, oh, were talking about the lady who was hit with a brick, or who claimed she was hit with a brick and went to the hospital, and it turns out that it was false, and that she was in medical school and got like 40,000 out of women agreeing with her. I don't do drama, honey, unless I'm actually acting for a part in drama. So that's what that sounded like. That sounded like some drama, and y'all contributed to it. And then that is it for ridiculousness in regards to relationships. Speaking about those few right there. I have listened to as far as music, so that was in regards to relationships for Jeannie Mae, Jeezy, the Brick Lady, Tyler Perry, and Tiffany Haddish. New music out that I've been listening to that I really dig here lately. Doja Cat dropped a new album. Cardi B and Megan dropped their new single, Bongos. Doja Cat's album is actually flame so far. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because I got a lot to cover today. But her last, she put out Agatha, I want to say it's called Agora Hills. I want to see what it's called without looking at it. Beautiful song, but it makes me think that she got her a little boo that she's hiding. I don't get that from her other songs, except the street song. But this one and the street song make me think she's got somebody kind of hiding in the bush that she's kind of wanting to bring out. She just has not introduced them yet. So I'd like to see what happens with that from her dropping this new album. And then, let's see. That's it in regards to, oh, Slime You Out dropped with Caesar and Drake. I'm still kind of getting a feel for how I feel on that. I do think the two collaborated beautifully together as far as the um, vocal part. And the Drake kind of sounds like his older albums when he first started out in the music industry. So I'm kind of liking the uh, reminiscing back to when he first started. And I've always loved Caesar. So kudos for them working together. All right, that's okay on the music tip. Now, I got my pages in order, y'all. All right, so last weekend was busy. I did the um, barbecue. While I was at the barbecue, Eastern Star crew, the youth crew was there. Afterwards, left, went to the wedding. Then the next day, got in late from the wedding because them is some party people right there. And then the next day, I had my boudoir session, photography and videography for the boudoir pictures as well as to have content for my luxury video. Um, the session was hot, actually, and we had a really good time. We came all the way up from Houston, Texas. This is our second time working together. Our first collaboration I placed in my book, Accentuating Curves, Assassination Hips, some of the photographing, and that is on my Etsy page. So KDP and Amazon was not playing that, so Etsy it is. Um, I will have those here. I've got a few of them back, and I was really pleased with the work. And so I look forward to getting the rest of the material back. Or I shouldn't say back, once I get the rest, once it's finished being edited um, for video, and then also to place on some of the adult naughty sites. On his way into town, he said, I'm in town. I just got in. I'm going to the hotel. I said, hey, you forgot about me. You forgot to pick me up, didn't you? I had all my stuff by the door ready for prep. He said, nope, I got to take a shower first. But I hadn't really looked up how long it took to get from Texas to Indianapolis, which is where I'm at currently right now. And it's just shy of 16 hours. So I greatly appreciate him. Can't wait to write him up a rating and post it and give it to him. And as far as poetry is concerned, and looking forward to seeing the end results. Let's see here. I haven't been much on the bus this week for bus experiences. Most of you know, I just recently started riding the bus a few months ago this summer. I hadn't ridden since I was like 19 years old. So I would ride it to college and then I would ride it back. So it has been some time and I have definitely gotten some new experiences and interesting to say the least. And I have met some wonderful people and some not so wonderful people while getting reacquainted. But I didn't get to ride much this week. I did go down to the Central Library per request because I had to fulfill a request that I received. And so that was the reason for my trip that one day this week. Otherwise, I've been busy working on designs. So I did get the designs done for um, the Sexy Bitch collection, which I had talked about in my last video. And then I do have men attire as well. If you want to take a look around, I got Genius is part of the men's collection and kind of unisex actually. And then I finished up with half of the voluptuous Viction um, designs. So they're a little busy because I'm a busybody. So they are for busybodies. And I will work on something simpler for those who are not as busy. Yes, indeed. But I do have bags and I also have um, bathroom decor and things of that nature to match. Oh, I just finished I've only posted two poems so far, but I just finished my third in regards to uh, ratings, and I'm working on my fourth. I started on my fourth 2 days ago in regards to dig ratings for OnlyFans subs. And then that's going to be fun. That'll be on the photographer, voluptuous vixen photography. Let's see. And those who are, I'm a huge Cairo fan. I don't know if you know who Cairo is. He used to be underneath uh, Zane for erotic storytelling. But the book will feature some photography from some of the subs that I have had, and I've asked their permission. So for those who like pen etiquette, oral fixation, glory hole fetishes, BDSM, this would be the book for you. When I think of writing, a lot of times here lately, while I've been doing the ratings and poems, I've been thinking of his series. I read um, Deep Throat Diva by Cairo, Retribution, and um, Ruthless. All three books are phenomenal. So, and I've left him a review on all of those, but I keep her in mind for the current poems that I have been writing on. So, for people who like that kind of material, I think you would like what I've been writing as well. Okay, and Miss Portia's in that book, and she's awesome, and she is ruthless. Okay, those who are into kink and cockadoodle doo worship. And when I get back to the poetry spot and finish up, I'll read those on the mic for you all to know about them. Okay. So I'll be working on contests. Vocal.media, if you're not familiar with Vocal.media, it is a poetry and storytelling platform. And artists who write on there, if they have people who read their materials, they get paid a little percentage for someone reading their materials. Um, they're having a contest. They're always having contests to enter 1,000, 500, 2,000, but they've got a really huge vocal award challenge going on right now. So I would like to enter that. So I'm going to be focusing on that mainly this upcoming week. But as soon as I finish with my social media pages, I've done Instagram, and I did Snap, and I've done part social networking on Twitter. I got to I'm hitting up YouTube right now. And then I will finish things up on Facebook. And then between the externship and now I will finish up and start working on the contest for Vocal.media. If you haven't checked it out and you are a storyteller or like to write, you really should. They have things all the time where you are able to win prizes, and they have an awesome community. Okay. Oh, things you learn at the job. Um, I will go through the names here real quick. I did not know before I started working at the toy shop that there were body parts named after actual adult entertainment stars. And so I'm really not familiar with it, teaches you a lot. So this week I got to look in the xbiz.com book. They had women in charge um, in the latest edition. So I thumbed through that. That was really nice to see who was top tier in the toy industry. And then at the job for the people, they mentioned or had on the walls that had maybe a blow up doll, or they had private parts named after them, or um, they had it, I don't want to say clone, but it kind of reminds you of a clone, except it's not human. So, Lacey Chocolate, a few people from Shane's World, Lacey Lennon, Alanin, Ivy Love, AJ Applegate, Gia Durza, Alina Lopez, Jacqueline Taylor, Giza Ann, and that's spelled Gisa, Alexis Texas, at Brittany Britannia 187. That's spelled Brittanya. Honey Gold, Gina Jameson, Wilm Seed. You know, his box looks kind of sexy for a Caucasian man. Looks kind of hot. Carmen Luvana, transgender I am Angie. She was the only transgender doll I seen in the entire store. Um, Sasha Gray, she was the only person in the store twice for body parts. Chanel St. James, Jada Stevens, Riley Reed. It's called Fanny, just like it sounds, Fani. Kendra Lust, Shane Diesel. At first, I thought it was like a Van Diesel, but there's actually somebody named Shane Diesel, and they kind of look alike. He's huge. Um, Clone. Oh, that is it for who they have as far as on the walls that I have never explored, but look forward to at least going and seeing a little bit of their work to see why on earth they're in such high demand. They do have a bunch of lovers games. The only one that I was interested in that was on the shelves, I guess if you're a newbie, games are good. Um, or if you've been at it a while and you just want something to do, games can come in handy. Improve fun, kind of like body painting. So they do have something I want to try called Clone a Willy. I think that would be nice. Okay, and there's my list that I wrote down when I went and looked everything up. That was at 9/20/21 at 4:48 p.m. Speaking of which, today is Saturday, September 23rd, 3:42 p.m. Happy Saturday. Okay, let me see what else I got on my sheet. Oh, I'm gonna try to get through that luxury date series here in just a minute while I have time. Oh, let me turn that over. Um, for those of you interested in the Suckers Ray interview, I'll post it in the comments. It will be again October 7th at 11 a.m. And topics that we're going to be covering. Ooh, somebody hit me. Ooh. Ooh, let's not do that right now. Yeah, he's going to be hot when I put these pictures up, honey. All right. So I met Selkis online. We've never met in person. That would be nice if she had a little shindig, and we did. Uh, but that has not happened to date yet. But I started listening to her on YouTube um, early 2020 when I was driving back and forth to work, and her voice was so soothing and it resonated with me, and what she was talking about made sense. And I was just like, yeah, I need to get this in order. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, that's when I started listening to her. And I hit her up. No, I was on her page, and she came to look through my page. And I had on these earrings, and the earrings I had on was from a painting she did. And she was looking through to see what I was on, or trying to get to know me, or trying to get to know more about me. I did. I could not afford her paintings, but I loved her artwork, um, which you can find at iloveherart.com. And she said, "Hey, come get your earrings, sis." I said, "Ooh," or "Come get your painting." I think one painting was like, I want to say one was five, and one was like 5,000, and one was like 2,000. I said, "There's no way I'm gonna ever be able to afford it." When I looked at it on her page, and but I loved it so much I wanted it on my earlobe, and so I now own two of her paintings. She says, "I will work it out with you, and we'll do a payment plan." And so that's what we did, and they are so gorgeous. So shortly after, she asked me to do an interview and talk about my life and what I was working on. And yeah, that was the first interview. So now I'm on the second interview. So she is ambassador of what is called the uglygirlsclub.com, um, to help those who need a little direction get it, because there's a lot of bullies in the world. And so um, she teaches you to pretty much, or installs in you, gives you the alternate perspective uh, of your reality and what it could be. So she asked me to talk about three things for this next interview. She said the mindset of a winner, how mind conviction and and having a made up mind and unapologetic mind, um, how to mind convict, the practice of witchery and how it assists you in day to day life, and development of men's mindset, not fearing the judgment of men. I wrote a poem. Uh, I wrote a poem on the bus on the way to the west side to get my nails done before the photo shoot. And before I started writing the poem, um, I went to listen to one of the elder poets, Talam AC. And he has a poem called "I Am Every Man in Here." So I listened to a few minutes of that, and I've actually seen him. He's actually came to Indianapolis when Midtown existed to perform that poem for his paid set live when Midtown used to exist. It was Midtown, then Leak Magazine, um, who helps musical artists, um, had the property for a little bit over where Midtown used to be off 38th Street. and now I believe it is vacant. But I do remember that show being held by Alan Emergy. Uh, Back in the day, my family came out to see Talam AC perform live. Dope poet, phenomenal. Um, so he did I'm Every Man, and so I redid it and I put I Am Every Woman in here. And I will just give you a little snippet, but I wrote it for the interview coming up, so I will do the rest at the interview. I am every woman in here. You have fear issues, I've been there. Hiding behind drinks, weed, food, and sex were my vices of choice. I visited plenty Overeaters Anonymous and Alcoholic Anonymous meetings. Rape, incest, or confusion in your midst, living in a world that you did not think wants you to exist, surrounded by the lies in my mind. Deceitful, manipulative, conniving, and almost convincing were those voices filled relationship with Dusty's did damage that did not help, only reinforce the programming set up for this wicked world by our predecessors when brought over by colonizers to this new foreign land. I think the hardest pill swallowed was learning that those that look like me set up the trap. So that is just a sample, uh, poetry wise, of what I will be covering during the Suckers Right interview. But there's a lot more to that poem. So if you're interested, make sure you appear. Again, I'll leave it in the comments, the link. All right, so other things. I was talking to my boss. That feels strange to say because when I left the industry, I didn't intend on having a boss, but since I have no retail experience and I'm getting some retail experience and some training right now at the externship, I got a boss. And she's not doing too hot health wise, so keep her in your prayers. Okay, she's facing some things she has not faced before. One of the reasons I chose the job where she's at or particular spot, uh, when I looked at her website, and I had talked about it before I even went there to apply and talk with her. I looked at her website. She didn't have many positive reviews. If she, through for the reviews that she did have for the length of time that she's been at the establishment, I looked at the grounds. I said the grounds could use some work as far as outward appearance. And then I told her some of the ideas that I had for bringing in clientele. A few of those ideas were to have someone come in and talk about maybe the Damien Center because they do like um, free seminars, free meetings, or where they come out and they don't mind coming out for free and talking with folks. We had talked about someone from there coming in regards to condoms, safe sex, and some other things. We also talked about having some rope tying classes for people who wanted to try BDSM in regards to a slow rope burn, like Janet Jackson says. Um, I also talked with her about erotic poetry shows, getting some events organized to have there, uh, maybe like a fashion show night to go with it. So, um, sounds like the new news she got this week. I'm just kind of rethinking uh, some of the plans that we've had, just like she's thinking about stepping down. We'll see. I'm just going. She seems to be sold on a story and not sold on the story that life is giving her instead of changing it like most people are, including myself in some areas. So, hmm, we'll see. With working at the store, you know, no brick and mortar. Uh, about 2 weeks ago, 2 weekends, it was a weekend I didn't work. They had a lady came in a dress, and we have uh, toy testers all over the walls. Matter of fact, my first day working in the store, after playing "This is the toy, go find where to put it," um, I got to run a test on all the toys. Uh, I pressed the buttons, different kinds, the settings, how many settings they had, what type of gifts or talents they had if you purchased them. Some pulsate, some buzz at different levels. Well, the lady came in there and they have it on video. Of course, we can't post the video online or anything, but they watch her. She slides one of the toys. It was actually sugar. She slides sugar in and tries to walk out with it. They have a lot of attempted theft apparently at these stores. And so she's called out about it. And so she releases the toy because she's called out about it. I personally would never put myself in jeopardy for a toy. It's not that deep. Um, Never has been, never will be. But yeah, I was really shocked when they showed me the video. I couldn't believe it. I mean, even watching with my very eyes, I was just like, okay. So yeah, we have them drop bags off at the door if they're carrying backpacks, things of that nature. And then, but toys are quite, I don't want to say they're expensive, but a decent toy, you're looking at about $50. They do have a sale right now going on some of their toys that we have up front. Um, like we've got some really cute rechargeable bullets for 20 bucks right now. Honey, don't let that bullet fool you. Don't let the bullet fool you at all. It will hit you like a slow bullet. Yes, indeed. We got some men items on sale too that are normally about $50. They're on sale for $20 if you need some comfort in the middle of the night and your lady's not there. Go on ahead and grab that Palm device to help you out. So yeah, but yeah, I don't see why anybody would have that's in the toy business would have a brick and mortar. Uh, well, maybe not in the part of town that I'm currently at. Yeah. If I was to have one, I think I would want one overseas and not in the US. Okay. So I did, when I wrote out, I went to the plasma center the other day and I was handing out my new business cards. I upgraded the size on them. Really cute. I got one for hair, with my new clothing line on it, of course, and I've already started handing them out to people who know me from the plasma center. They seem to be happy to get them. And then I got one, whoops, Daisy, for International Poetry Whore. I'll probably change the font on that to black. But The lady there um, told me she had went to a spiritual festival in Anderson this past weekend. I didn't even know they had spiritual festivals. And she said, yeah, they do card readings and they've got crystals and um, everything like that. And she said the church that she goes to is in support of those kind of things. I said, well, more churches need to be in support of um, that type of spiritual enlightenment instead of keeping knowledge or things that could help people away from them. They should go ahead and give them their options, but they're not, uh, they are discouraged from doing that in theology seminary school. But I had recommended to her the 40 Money Scriptures book. Yeah, the 40 Money Scriptures book. And she goes, I looked that book up online and I could not find it. I said, nope, you're only going to be able to find the 40 Money Mantras and the 40 Money Spells book because she's taken the 40 Money Scriptures book down. She no longer has that, and she's revising, or has revised the other. She's revised the other books since then. You're not even going to find these originals on her page. She's changed the cover and everything. And I said, but I do, with her permission, have it in my business proposal book that's on Amazon. She says, well, how much is the book on Amazon? I said, well, it's normally about 130, but right now you can find it on sale for a little bit shy of about $50. And that's because it has more than just scriptures in it. It's for those writing a proposal business plan. It has that in it, plus it has quotes in it from various people for encouragement while they're writing their business plan. So she kind of looked at me, her eyes just kind of lit up just a little bit. When I priced, you are investing. You are your best investment. For proposal classes at the library, they charge close to $2,000. If a speaker comes in and they're doing a 2-hour session, it's 2,000 roundabout. Um, I don't charge that. I charge a little. I charge half of that, and a lot of times you catch it on sale. And if you are a beginner, I mean, I'm offering one-on-one. It's an investment. It's just like school. You are investing. Um, just like if you were to pick up music or an instrument, or you wanted to start painting or uh, doing clay sculptures or ice sculptures or creating t-shirts or lingerie or anything else that you want to create, or whatever trade or that you're in love with that you want to learn, it's an investment. So yeah, her eyes kind of got big. I handed her a business card. I didn't pay it no mind. I just kind of left that alone. When people are ready, they are ready, and if they're not, they're not. I did go ahead. I wanted to share with you uh, some of the lingerie companies that I looked at while I was writing my proposal, in case you want to have an idea of where I'm going with it. So, in case you never heard of these, officially, Catherine Hamilton, Any a Lust. That's a cute name. Um, Lace and Liberty. Harrow and Fox. Lingerie by Velveteen. It'll be more on those lines. Um, Not as far as the particular customs, but because I got my own designs in mind, but in regards to uh, pricing, those are the lingerie companies that I evaluated while writing the proposal. Okay, I think I covered everything. Um, we talked about last weekend and posting up. I did my thank yous for the views. Um, we talked about some of these crazy people who think you should date beneath you. No, you should not. Keep your head up. And personally, I think marriages are beautiful, but not everyone wants marriage. Some of us want to be like Oprah Winfrey. We are just cool having a Stedman or a couple of Stedmans to choose from, depending upon our taste and our variety buds. Um, yeah, yeah. You know, it came to my mind while I was talking about it. At the wedding, the preacher told the new bride, uh, you have to ask your husband permission now in order to be hugging. That's all I do at the poetry spot. It don't matter who it is, man, woman, the dog, the cat, whoever you brought. I hug everybody. I'm not asking anybody permission to do shit. But that is that church logic again. I don't have time. Yeah. So we covered all that. We talked about what's going on at work. Oh, of course, I'll let you know when the photo shoot pictures and videography is completed. Um, I talked about doing the luxury date next. Since I'm focusing on the contest this week, audiobooks would be after I have submitted for that Vocal.media contest. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that covered everything. I thank you, love, for tuning in. This has been the most wonderful, almost 44 minutes of my day. And I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. I'm going to pack up my mess and get skedaddle out of here. I do have a late shift to do. What time is it? Oh, it's not that bad. It's 4 something now. I don't have to be until 6. I'm gonna finish doing my posting and um, get on to work. I brought my shirt with me. It's only a few hours, and then wrap up this evening, and then hopefully get started on that contest. So I'll be by to say hello and check with you and make sure you're breathing and doing all right, and letting you know that I'm breathing, and we'll go from there. Oh, I will finish up that luxury date uh, before Monday morning hits because I don't want that to wait a week just in case you need it in between time. Uh, and guess what? Luxury dates does not sound like luxury date does not sound like him only paying the light bill or you dating the homeless guy. That Don't sound like a luxury date at all with them, do it? No, that is not what we after. So yeah. Um, this has been nice and refreshing. Do take care of yourselves and use common sense. Yeah, common sense should be common. Should be. Yeah. All right. Thank you for tuning in, Love Tubers. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Oh, I got to figure out how to end the live stream. Hold on. Ooh, it has me blushing. It's been a long time. Hold on. That one says crush. Okay. Now, maybe this is it. Yes, that would be it. I told you.